Historically, we've been maniacally focused on building out specialist skills. And don't get me wrong, specialists are still relevant. However, increasingly with tools like ChatGPT and Copilot, those specialist skills become less relevant. I recently was doing some analysis of our finances, and that ain't my specialty. I'm not, those economic lessons were particularly boring for me, and those finance and accounts. Ugh. So I took advantage of Copilot, which we're running, and I threw those numbers in and asked them some questions, and it gave me everything I needed to know with very little effort. Was it right? I don't know. It's just as right as probably talking to my accountant, but that's another story. The point is that specialization is becoming less relevant and less necessary. I mean, I think it's still going to be something, but it might be different in the age of Chat GPT and LLMs and generative AI. However, empathy and understanding the customer, being able to articulate their problems in a concise and appropriate way that we then can test is going to be needed. So this T-shape is going to be so, so important in the future, as particularly as specialization might become less relevant and less important. So building these talent-based teams, really these enabling teams, these fantastic creators with a purpose, there's a few things that I just want to call out. Separate talent management from work management. The Spotify model is obviously the famous model, but ignore the names. Concentrate on being able to build teams that are aligned to delivering customer outcomes, but supported in terms of skills and really feel like there's somebody to go to when they need help working in this cross-functional environment, delivering value to customers. Promote and develop because of mastery and mentorship. Promote people not for what they have contributed, but promote people for who they have helped. If you do that and you create that culture, it's definitely a part of the Toyota way. You really do some amazing things. Ask not what I've done, but who have I helped? It's a crucial question that we need to ask, right? I know my grandmother who brought me up, I was fortunate to be brought up by my grandparents. She used to, when I got home from school, instead of saying, "What have you done today?" she would say, "Who have you helped, David?" Which took me aback until I started. And then obviously I lied to her from then on. I'd helped nobody, but I used to make something up and I got quite good at it. But the point is that idea really drove sort of like maybe some behavioral changes in me, or maybe not. And we need to invest in people. Now, invest, create a space, create a community, hire the people that can help help others rather than these incredibly good specialists. If we can do that, then magic happens.